Have Bring Me the Horizon ushered in the new sound, or have they become a boy band with guitars? Hi people, and how my Chili Con Carnage crew, it's Chili here, the man who produces Iron for My Eyes, and I'm bringing you a 5-minute review on Bring Me the Horizon's newest album, Post-Human Nexgen. I may not be the biggest fan of this band, but even I have to acknowledge Bring Me the Horizon for what they have done for metal in the past 15 years, and bringing in a new generation of metal fans to the genre. It's similar in vein to what Slipknot have done in the past, as well as Linkin Park, and the latter is a perfect parallel of what this album is. So let's talk about the music. And I apologise, I still have my cold. My initial playthrough of this album was met with pleasant surprise. I never thought that the band that brought us Chelsea Smile were quite capable of such a change. But if the past few albums have taught us anything, it's that evolution is an important factor to the band's ongoing success. The heaviness is still present on songs like Kool-Aid and Limousine, however, there is also a lot of melody introduced on various other tunes, which include the use of various electronics or even acoustic sections within the songs. In fact, this album shows the band's ability to blend other genres and incorporate into their own style in a similar vein to what Linkin Park, and this would be much to the chagrin of older fans, I'm sure. The way I see it, there are 3 types of Bring Me the Horizon fans. The ones who only like their older stuff and will hate everything after Sempiternal, the ones who discover the band recently and aren't aware of how they used to be, and the fans who can find joy in all of their music and recognise that change is not only an inevitability, but necessary. So how about a small snippet of a song so I don't get a copyright claim? Wait a minute, isn't that the opening to Sum 41's Fat Lip? It is. In fact, there are a few songs on here that seem to borrow a few riffs, such as Not Applicable, which I can't put my finger on it, but it does have a very common chord progression anyway.
Okay folks, we got a new face joining us.
I'm sure it's taking that riff from another song, and if you know this answer, make sure to comment below and tell me, because it's really bugging me. It's on my mind and I can't answer it. Now, I'm not one to shit on the band for doing this, and I think that incorporation of other riffs into your music for a small section is fine by me. After all, there are only a finite amount of chords, and Metallica have done the same on many of their songs, and they get a free pass. So who am I to judge Bring Me the Horizon if they choose to do this in their own method? But another slight I have with the album is its level of production. Not that there are any flaws with it. In fact, it's one of the finest produced albums I've heard this year, but it's polished to such a degree that I have to wonder how much backing tracks are required in a live setting. I know we shit on Motley Crue for using it, and rightly so when tickets cost about $200, but we can excuse these aging rock stars for this slight due to their decades of substance abuse, touring with Ozzy Osbourne, and of course the Pamela Anderson incident. But these guys are new kids on the block, and I'm sure there is no wiggle room for fucking that up on a live stage, which is the whole point of seeing a live performance. It's only inevitable that that is going to happen. If I wanted to hear the album, I would play the goddamn album at home and not pay money to listen to it being performed as a 1-for-1 replica in a live setting. And that's the vibe I get from this record. It's too polished. It's too refined. It's to a point I wonder if the real band is what I'm hearing or just some studio replica. It's like the GPT of metal. I decided to also do another thing I avoid, which is read some comments on the album. And I thought these ones were too funny not to mention. Bring Me the Horizon haven't had a good album since Suicide Season. Now they sound like a FIFA soundtrack. If drinking boba tea and eating mochi was a music genre, this would be the soundtrack for it. This new album by Bring Me the Horizon sounds like Deftones meets more emo music. Hey, what's the deal with comparing Deftones with Bring Me the Horizon? I don't hear it, but I've seen a few people make this comparison. One is genuinely an awesome band that shaped a genre with a sexy lead singer, and the other band is Bring Me the Horizon. I don't get the comparison between these two, although I did see both of these bands perform at the same festival at Good Things, which is a great way to plug an old video that I did about that festival, and you should go and watch that definitely after this. I guess if I'm being honest, this album wasn't bad. I didn't really like their previous effort, and I found it very forgettable, but this one was alright still. There are some decent tracks on here, and some others that just exist. Just like Linkin Park, the band have shifted gears and are playing the music they want to right now, and and that's what they want to do. They are not going to do the styles that made them famous anymore. They already mastered that, and have spawned countless other bands in their wake. Maybe this is a good reason for me to check out Linkin Park's material post Meteora, as I too drew similarities with one of their fan types in the earlier comments. Who knows, I might actually enjoy it. Overall, I'll give this album a score of 6.5 million chilies on the spicy scale, with my favourite tracks being Limousine, NA, and Top 10 Statues That Cried Blood. I was going to make a joke about the last track and Cannibal Corpse, but it's a good track, so I'll leave it on the cutting room floor. But I would like to lastly add, while not a bad effort, I would like to hear the band attempt a less polished record in the future, one that feels less static and more organic, because if anyone can achieve it, it would have to be Bring Me the Horizon. If you've enjoyed this content, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to us, and stay notified for future music related content, because it keeps our manager happy at the end of the day. We are also on Discord, Instagram, Facebook, and all those other social platforms if you want to check us out. As always, people, you have a great day and stay spicy.